reading for today because it's raining here in New York. I see you at the foot of my bed as you watch me undress. I wanna be next to you. Okay, so what I want to do is, what are their current feelings? So it's for whoever, I'll just see whoever comes in or whatever. What are their current feelings? It's in my hair. Puddles and puddles, I picture us there, walking in circles and talking in stares. I'm seeing double, I'm already scared. Scared of what losing feels after we tear. Then I think I should try. Okay. Alright. What is the current feelings? What are the current feelings for the collective? Baby steps, love's wings. Current feelings. Graceful dance. Awareness. Wow. Breaking free and find romance with protection. Okay, baby step says, take your time and build your love slowly with care. Relax, deliberate, awake. So this is about taking things nice and slow, you know? Slow and steady wins the race. Love swings, put aside differences and soar to the next level. Divine devotion ascend. Some of you may be in a connection where it feels like it's something that's allowing you to ascend in some way. It could be a spiritual ascension. It could be something more mental or physical. Graceful dance, lift each other during both high and low times. So this could be somebody that, you know, is a support to you and you're a support to them. So you're there for each other. You lift each other up during those low moments. And there's an awareness about that too. Distracted or filling life with other things. Awareness. Look, this is asking for there to be some awareness, because if you're distracted with other things, those are things that you need to break free from. It says getting out of a situation or being on your own. So some of you may be wanting to get out of a situation where, you know, maybe in the past you got into situations, relationships that, or even not even relationships, just encounters where things happened very quickly, you know. But with this, it's like, in order for you and another person to find your momentum together, to find how to work with each other, how to ebb and flow within each other's lives or in each other's presence, you have to learn how to take the lead, or someone else needs to learn how to take the lead, and someone needs to learn how to follow, you know. And that kind of makes sense in masculine and feminine dynamic, because with dancing the man has to take the lead. But in order for a woman to feel comfortable or confident in allowing a man to lead her, he needs to be somebody who is confident, who's very secure in himself, is someone that doesn't doubt himself or his actions, is someone that is very self-assured, you know. And it's not cocky or arrogant in any way. It's more so that they know what the right thing is to do, you know. And that's where a woman feels safe enough to allow a man to lead, you know. But with finding romance, caught up in a whirlwind of emotions and promises, mystery, attraction. So this is like, I think if you find a dynamic where you and this person can ebb and flow, find that flow that works well in your relationship, then, you know, it could lead to an ascension in a marriage. I mean, into marriage, you know, ascension in the relationship or status or anything, if that's what you want. But if some things need to be protected too, because if you are with somebody, maybe the person is protective of you, you know? They're realizing that they're allowing themselves to be distracted and that they need to kind of focus in the relationship. Break free from things that are kind of keeping them chained, keeping them stagnant. And they understand that there has to be some patience when it comes to it. Because you know what, as a baby grows and learns to walk, do any of it, goes through all of their milestones, it requires patience. You can't force things to happen. You know, you have to let things flow naturally. And like I was mentioning with ebb and flow, you know, there may be some differences about the connection or in each other's respective lives that may be conflicting. And the person that you're dealing with may be aware of this. But then it's like you have to both be on the same page. If the ultimate goal is to be together, then you and them have to work together. And they are aware of that, you know. This person may be inspired by you. Inspired. This is interesting. It says on the move, moving away, or getting a new home together. Next steps, take action. So, like I said, ascension, moving up, change your level, a different phase, entering a different phase. Next step. And I said this person may be inspired by you. They may be inspired to take some sort of action. And it could be towards like elevating the relationship where you and them can, it becomes serious, so serious that you may end up moving in together, that you and them may, you know, start building a life together. That's nice. Because nowadays, I have a fear of commitment. But the thing is like, that's something I want to overcome, you know, because I would love to be in a relationship. I would love that. But I want to be in a relationship with the right person. And I want to be in a relationship with someone who wants to be with me. And I think anybody who wants to be in a relationship wants to be with someone who wants to be with them, you know? You don't want anybody who's always having their eye out, casting out, looking for something better. And I think that's, you know, I'm going to get, I was watching this video on Instagram, and the reason why I understand why. It's like, because before I was like, why does it bother me? And yeah, it's like insecurity too, of not feeling like I'm good enough. Like maybe, you know, I'm with somebody and then they're online and they see somebody better and then they go talk to them and then that person gives them the time of day and then I get left, you know. And I think that's a fear of being, and if you've seen that within relationships that you've, like growing up, if you've seen that, you know, infidelity, your parents being left for another woman, another man, or your parents abandoning you, you know, that type of thing, then it kind of lends to, you know, people becoming avoidant, insecure, having these insecure attachments. Well, a lot of cards fell, a lot. And yesterday I was at work. I had to return to get something that I forgot. Let me go get these cards out. I have to pick these cards up. They all fell. Easy. Wow, a lot of cards fell, but we're not going to use them all. So I'm not going to even reach. Okay. Yeah, so like I was saying that yesterday I had to return to work to get something that I left behind, and I ran into a colleague, one of the people that works in my department, and they said something to me that really is like, you know, after all this past stuff that happens, like bad stuff, you know, that, you know, you deserve to be happy. We deserve to be happy, you know, even though bad things are happening or have happened in the past, that we shouldn't block that from ourselves. And that, like, just, it made me cry. It made me very emotional, because I know that, I understand that, but some people don't. And it's like I'm having this understanding that, you know, there's some things I can't help, and there are some people I can't help. You know, if people are gonna be thinking or feeling a certain way, then there's nothing I can do, you know, because that's something that needs to be changed within that person, that they need to change their way they look at things, the way they see themselves or see their situation. And that applies to anybody. That applies to me too, because of past experiences where I've been disappointed. And that doesn't mean good things aren't coming for me. You know, like you may have experienced some sort of disappointment in your life, but that doesn't mean there aren't good things coming to you. It's just we have to have a positive mindset. And I'm not talking about toxic positivity. I don't believe in that. I think that we should be facing our issues. We should be addressing them and not trying to sweep them under a rug or try to escape from them. You know, as easy and as fun as that can be, those problems usually creep up and remind us that they still exist and that they're not going away until they're faced, you know. It's like they're like the skeleton in our closet or the boogeyman under our bed, you know. It's sad though. But it's just like when you have that realization that if some of you ever dealt with people where you felt like you were always supportive to them, or you tried to be a support to them, but then and I think I was like that at one point. I had a friend that was very supportive, but the thing is, I didn't ask for her to be like that, to say those things to me, because I wasn't ready to hear those things. I could look back and be like, wow, I wish I was at a place where I could receive those words of affirmation, but I didn't need that, you know. And now, being on the other side, being that person that's trying to be optimistic, and that's like I understand her perspective of probably being my friend, and now because I'm in her shoes now. Of course, it's a different dynamic, but it's like I understand now. But someone needs to break free. They need to kind of rise above whatever issues that are going on that's kind of keeping them trapped and not allowing them to be fully independent. You know, the card says getting out of a situation or being on your own now, freedom, independent. This could be about being single, you know, choosing to be single and not getting involved in any relationships. If you consider the Love's Wings card, it could be that there is no way to ascend or change where the relationship is going for it to ascend, you know what I mean, like move on to the next level, then maybe you should move away from the situation, you know. Calmer waters, getting rid of upheaval and leaving behind the drama, or leaving drama behind, you know. Maybe in a connection that maybe there is the person that you're dealing with, maybe understanding that whatever drama they are living in or have experienced, they have to leave it behind because it's not the current circumstance now, you know. I mean, we all have some sort of drama, and some of us is like telenovela, like it's like super dramatic, like Basketball Wives or Real Housewives type shit. But it's not always like that for everyone, you know. Not all drama is entertaining, you know. Some people thrive off of that because that's all they're used to. But then when they are in a calmer situation, then it's like, tell me about baby steps and awareness. They know they have to take things slow. I think it's a matter of being patient with yourself, too. Being patient with yourself as you're trying to navigate this, whatever you're going through or whatever they're going through. Take it as it resonates. You know, the awareness card is also saying like somebody could be distracting themselves because it says distracted or filling life with other things. But on the side, it says look for love dating. So somebody can be like focusing or channeling all their energy towards something else to avoid any love relationships or love connections. Which is, I mean, if you had bad experiences in the past, then it makes sense. Because you don't want to end up in the same situation again, you know? I can fly. Expression. Being able to share your feelings opening. Opening up. Openly. Opening. Yeah, maybe this is about vulnerability, you know? Sometimes it's hard to express your emotions, especially if you're not sure how they're going to be received by whoever you're expressing them to. Not everybody's open to listening, and that's something I need to work on. I need to work on my listening skills. Um, but maybe the fact I'm bringing that up is some of you may need to, or they need to work on their listening skills too. It's vulnerable and honest. Honestly, I didn't even see that. I just saw it right now. Yeah, being vulnerable. You know, sharing your feelings. It takes time. You can't meet somebody and just automatically blurt out your life story. It's like one of the cards says it's a graceful dance. It's, when you're learning a new dance, it takes time. You have to learn the moves. And if you're with a partner, you have to learn how to move with each other. Put your hand inside my pocket. If it's not you, I don't want it. They'll be there outside your window. Dressing gown that's made of crystal. Say goodbye and take my dress off. Naked by a sea of orchids. Your car, I'll kiss your neck and trace it with my fingertips. That brings me back to you. Back to you. Oh, that brings me back to you. Oh, that brings me back to you. 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 If it's not you, I don't want it. Go, yes. I hope it brings me back to you. Hope it brings me back to you. Put your hand inside my pocket. It's not you, I don't. I'll be there outside your window. Dressing gown that's made of crystal. I'm gonna end the reading there. I feel like I should record a video. All right, bye.